Hi guys, my name is Carriço. I'm a writer for Absolute Legends, and today I'm joined by Calvin, also known by MAGiK. How are you, Calvin?
Very good. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for agreeing to this interview. My first question for you is, how did you get into esports?
I think because of Fortnite, before Valorant, I played Fortnite, and then obviously it was really easy to transition into esports by doing Cash Cups, World Cup, and all that stuff. I think when World Cup came out and Trio Cups, I think that's the moment I realized like I really want to compete. Like I finally felt like I got a taste of like how esports is and competitive scene.
Mhm.
Obviously, it wasn't perfect in Fortnite, but then I really felt like I want to do something with it.
And why did you choose to become a professional Valorant player? Obviously, you said you had a little bit of experience as a Fortnite player, right?
Yeah.
Was it like the game came out, you liked the game and immediately switch it, or how that end up?
I mean, I speak for many people. I think when back then it was Project A. Project A was announced and
Hmm.
came out. I think a lot of people were like leaving Fortnite or like not really in love anymore or just playing because like they're big and like obviously they're contracted. But for me, I transitioned into a content creator for the work I was playing for at the time because I just fell in love and I didn't have the time or effort to go professional for it anymore. Um, so yeah, I was a content creator. I just told the org like I want to try this game. I've played a bit of CS:GO. The game looks fun. Like it's a mix. It's fresh. Like I'll just be doing that. Like if you support me, that's amazing. But like it's a personal decision. I'm going to Project A. So yeah, that's just the decision I made back then.
And can you talk a little bit about your part in Valorant before joining Dsyre?
Yeah. So my career, you can see how it started. Like it was really small. I started out with 1, 2, 3 tap.
Mm-hmm.
So that was Safa, Hypers, Joris, and Frey, I think. uh, Back in 2020. We did like some tournaments, some really bad Dutch LAN. It was all really badly organized and small and blah
Mm-hmm.
blah, but still I loved it. I really enjoyed it. Um, and then VZT came out. I set up a little team with Ignite. We did some games there. We're actually quite decent. And then from Ignite, I went to MAGiK. Obviously more known name as Leers in the roster there. Um, so yeah, Malik, we obviously kind of have a dream run. We came into the top 16. We won one game against Big Rock and then lost in lower bracket twice. Oh, sorry. We lost in uppers and then lowers.
Mm-hmm.
We just got kicked out. But still, for us, like as an unsigned team and like new to this game and esports, was amazing. And then Vex came in, picked us up as five, played on the roster for 5 months. Then last month, obviously, I was inactive, looking for new opportunities due to just not working inside the team with the organization for me personally. I like other offers I want to explore. There were some tier one rosters, the tier one orgs that wanted to call me. Unfortunately, it didn't work out due to me still being a student. But it was amazing to do. And then Dsyre kind of game, like I was really at the point of like, okay, I might just wait with esports till I'm done with my study, and then I'll see what happens. I was in like a kind of a bad place personally,
Mm-hmm.
and then the shining light Dsyre just came and like, come on, let's trial. We need a player, and I'm like, let's go. And I mean, with the org personally, it really clicked instantly. And then I did like 2 or 3 tiles, and they were like, "Oh yeah, like we want you." And I'm like, "Nice, let's go." And like it all went super fast. And then yeah, we just started playing, and that's where I'm right now.
And like, how do you manage to balance like the school life, right, and the professional Valorant player life?
I don't recommend it. I don't regret it, but
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like it's a bit too much for me because I do an internship. It's my last 6 months of my study is an internship.
Mm-hmm.
So I work at a law divorce firm. So I have to do like mutual divorces. And like it's just like a normal job. So some days I'll have to wake up at 7, I'll be home by 5, and then I have to prac at 5 till 10. Um, so personally, it can be really tough, and yeah, it has a toll on mentally and the body, and especially when you have officials. Although my internship has been really like calm with it and like giving me days off on play
Mm-hmm.
days, like officials, but still next to that, it's hard to balance. Um, but yeah, it's just if you really want something, you just gotta make it work. I guess there's no good way to balance it because it's not meant to balance two full-time jobs at
Yeah.
once. So you just gotta go with the flow and just do whatever works and survive. I guess.
And like, you play as a flex, right? Mainly right now. what are some things that like make a good flex pro player at your level?
I mean, personally, it's a bit tough for me to say because I'm normally a controller main. Um, but we decided it would be better for our team right now to do some changes inside the team,
Mhm.
like role wise. So I'm mostly Sage, Sova, Breach, Viper. So I've still got one of my controller agents and the rest kind of like a flex, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. It's just I think the ability to learn quick. I've noticed like you gotta want to learn quick. You gotta adapt because you're mostly. For me personally, I'm being put on the stage in quite some maps, so I don't have to play KO and Sky and all that stuff and Fade. But normally as a flex, you'll be thrown on different agents, different maps, kind of quick and this and that. So I think the ability to learn quick and to adapt when needed is a really really good quality as a flex.
And what does your daily routine look like, Calvin? Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, on an official day or like a normal work day
I
with
think we
internship.
can go as a normal day and then as an official day.
Okay, so like a long day for me with internship. I kind of wake up around 7. I wake up, I get my clothes on, I eat some breakfast,
Mhm.
clean myself up, and then by like 7:40 I go to internship. Then I have to travel like an hour. My internship is kind of close to the liquid facility. Every day I walk past the liquid facility, so that's kind of cool. It's kind of like a little reminder for me.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, then I just work there till like 4, and then from 4 I rush back like crazy to my house. I take the train, the bus, and I speed on my bike. And then depends on the day, but sometimes at 5, sometimes 5:50. We have a little bit of offline time or just meeting. And then we just do some scrims. Probably like 3 scrims, 2 or 3 scrims, mostly 3 scrims. So it's from 6 to 9. The 9 we're officially done, but right now I'm working with Andy Cosito, our coach personally, to iron out some personal mistakes. So we do some like some personal VOD review, or we work on me like on some mistakes. We just check the games real quick, a few rounds for like 30 minutes. Um, and then yeah, I take a shower, I chill, call with my girlfriend, because I also gotta have time for that. And yeah, I just kind of relax to get myself calmed down. Because personally, like my entire day is kind of like all at once, kind of like you don't get a break in between.
Hmm.
It just keeps going. So at the end of the day, I'm like, you can talk to me. I'm just zoned out because I'm just like already like asleep in my head. And yeah, then sometimes I have some trouble sleeping because obviously everything is like super super fast. So like my brain is like constantly super super wants to be awake. But I try to go to bed by like 12 and I'll sleep like at 1. And then official days are way more fun for me because I actually get a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Because mostly the days before the official, I have something or I don't sleep good because I was doing a prac and like work and all that stuff. So yeah, on the officials we play like at 7. I wake up around like 12, 1, so I get way more sleep. Um, I mostly just take a shower instantly, just chill, go play with my dogs, just kind of relax a little, just take my time. And then I kind of like to take my bike and go to the shop. It's like a 5-minute ride with the bike. So some fresh air. I get some drinks. I get some. I mostly get like an easy meal for a night myself, because otherwise my parents cook and I don't want to eat like a full meal right before the
Hmm.
official. So just get something light and small. Get some drinks. Maybe it's like a little snack for after the official, a little reward, because I already know I'm gonna win. So yeah, then I just go home. Like I got some bread I got from the shop. I watch some anime. I calm down. We chill with my girlfriend. We chill with some friends. And then like a few hours with official, I like to play some deathmatch, some rank, to just get some games in before to just see how I'm feeling today and just getting the feel of Valorant, I would say.
Hmm.
Um, and then like 2 hours before, like 1.5 hour, we meet with the team, like a 30-minute discussion. We check what we antistratted. We just talk about what we're gonna play that day. And then the 1 hour before, obviously, we have like a warm up scrim. So we just do like the warm up scrim, just get our comms going. So person like the map or something, just like get our feel of the map, get our feel of feel of the game, feel of the comms, and just get warmed up as like a team, get some hype going, get some energy going, just make sure the vibes are good.
Hmm.
And
So
then yeah, sorry.
yeah, go.
Yeah, and then like just 15 minutes before we gotta join the lobby, and then it's go time.
Hmm. You talked a little bit about like the fact that you guys anti-strack like half an hour before the game. Uh, how do you guys like as a team prepare for opponents in general? Like, do you have a special preparation method?
So personally, I wouldn't say we're like a hard anti-strat. We're gonna see what I do for all the moves. But Kruger, our analyst, he does a little bit of like scouting. He checks some like basic stuff to do, like some habits, and like he'll just put a link, like a little document, like per map, like this is their habits, this is what they do, like just some basic stuff. Really, it's nothing crazy. Not like
Yeah.
this is their set exact. This is gonna do at 120. This nothing like that. It's just like some basic stuff. So when you're playing, you might be this like this is what they've been doing. Like you can see it easier. Like it's just more like an overview of the game. And that's kind of all we do. We just play our game. I mean, David P is really good for on-the-fly adaptation mid-round. Like he'll have a call like at the start of the round, and like mid-round he'll be like a totally different call, and like it will just work because he just adapts very quickly.
Hmm.
He sees stuff very clearly, I would say, very fast. Like I would be like, wait, they're doing this, and then David's already yelling a new call, and like we're doing it already. Like it's super fast and it's super clear, so that's really good. So I don't think we need that super anti-strat because we have that fast adaptation that we kind of that is an anti-strat already, but we just do it in game. I would say.
Hmm. So you talked a little bit about David P. Wright. He joined the team this split. How much of an impact has he had as a team? Do you think he's like one of the main reasons you guys have been able to win playing as well and get the second seed at the Dutch VRL?
I definitely David has a huge impact for me personally. When I came into the old roster,
Hmm.
I was also playing with Maro already. I've known Maro from Epic now. I've played against him in the UK. But yeah, he was really like that guy for me. Like he played in Excel. He did this. He did that. Like he's kind of like already like a big person for me. So for me, Maro is kind of like a personal mentor. I go to him with like agent stuff, but also personal stuff
Hmm.
in game. So for me, he's like on that level really really helpful. And David P is just as a whole for the team, like his knowledge of the game, his like energy, his wanting to be the best and want us to be the best, like really really bad. I think that's the huge impact he has, and obviously his experience in IGL and yeah, just the person he is. Like he just really wants to win, and like he has so much knowledge and so much experience behind him. Like when you're just with him, you just feel like when he calls, you're like that's the call.
Hmm.
Like sometimes he'll say like trust me, and I'm like I don't need to hear like that. I need to trust you. Like I trust you. Just call something.
Yeah.
Like the I don't know. There's like just no one you can trust more than David P. Like I feel like on an IGL level. Like if
Hmm.
there's someone you want as an IGL, like it's the guy you want who brought rosters up to the top, and then did it multiple times, and has so much experience. It's just there's this huge um like rock you rely on, like when you go into a
Hmm.
server you think, wow, they're so good, like how are we gonna win this? And then oh wait, like we have David, he has like all this experience, like he'll call, he'll help us, like even like when you're doing like a misplay or you're playing something wrong, he'll be like, yo, do this instead, they're doing this, maybe do this, like he'll even like try to micromanage you to help you out, like he'll do anything really. It's crazy how much he does.
And how is it to play like with the rest of the players at Desire?
Oh, it's super fun. The like Murat Muri. He's a really like joking, nothing guy. He has a lot of fun with it. I would say.
Hmm.
He's like a super positive energy. And then Simon is just like such an explosive guy. He's just like he's the typical entry with his mic in his mouth, he going go 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 push. And yelling when he gets kills, like it's when we're all like in good vibes, it's amazing. And I feel like Maru is this calm, fresh air that we need. Like he's this calm guy who always will be calm, and like he is just like this well all around calm, like yeah, just kind of the calm part of the team. Because
Hmm.
sometimes I can be a little bit stressed because I'm gonna be like, because if someone's yelling, I'm gonna yell too. But then Mao kind of stays like the same vibe, like the same harmony. He'll make sure to like calm it down when needed. I feel like.
And like, uh, how is it to work with City? Rick, obviously, I have talked with him. He seems to be a very intelligent person when it comes to the game, but also outside of the game. How is it to work with him?
Oh, it's super fun to work with him. The only thing that's kind of like sometimes a bit annoying is the language barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but sometimes when you're explaining something or he'll explain something, you're just kind of saying the same thing, but you
Right.
don't realize you're saying the same thing, so you're going into discussion over nothing really. So yeah, just the language barrier. That's a bit of an annoying thing. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to like individual reviews with him, some personal stuff to help me out. Sorry. Um, so yeah, I feel like that's really good. He helps me out with a lot, helps me out a lot with that stuff. Um, and like you could feel like how he thinks, and you can definitely see that he has a certain view of the game.
Mhm.
Because sometimes I'll make a mistake, and then like for example, David P will call it out, and he'll say like his piece of mind of it,
Right.
and then we'll go into a vault review, and then C2 will say his piece of mind of it, and then you see like the different minds, the different ways of playing the game. So sometimes it can be a bit hard because sometimes people pointing out an example for a mistake from me in game, and then they're explaining their like fix to it,
Mhm.
and then I'm getting a fix from C2, for example, and it's like a bit of a different vision from the game. So it's kind of like if I make one happy, the other one will be kind of mad. If I make
Yeah.
one mad, the other one will be happy. So it's sometimes kind of like balance and see for me for personally works the best, and I'll just use that. Um, but I think he definitely has a lot of understanding of the game. Yeah.
And in your opinion, like what are some of the things intangibles like each player brings to the team that are that help you guys uh, reach this success so far this split?
Yeah, so obviously David being the IGL, the experience he brings, that's for him. I think Simon, like this, the crazy explosiveness, the I'll entry, like I don't care, like 1v3, I'll do it, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
there's just no doubt in him, like there's just no, oh, do I want to entry, do I wait in game? No, he just boom goes in, he doesn't care. Um, then Muri obviously being this energetic, happy, good vibes, laughing, like to bring the mood up when needed, like just enjoying to play with, just fun. And like I said, Maru just this calm, always the same harmony, the same vibe, the cool guy, just chill, um, who just like kind of calms it down when needed. I think those are all their qualities, yeah, their personalities.
And what do you think like you bring to the team not only in game but also outside of it?
Um, it's a bit hard for me because I'm like the most inexperienced, I would say, on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the most newest to everything. I didn't have like CS:GO or anything from the
Right.
same kind of idea right before this. So for me, it's mostly maybe I bring a bit fresh mind to the game, like some unorthodox stuff. Sometimes I'll just call something that normally you wouldn't really call or like want to do, so it doesn't really make sense. But like I just like to bring up some new stuff, some crazy stuff, because I'm a bit of like a I don't know, like a monkey. Like when I came from Malik, when I came from Vex, I was known for being the monkey on my role, like the oh he'll just go kill like so. I don't bring that much of like a brain or a theoretical skill.
Mm-hmm.
Um, But when I'm like when I'm going, I bring like I think I'm good vibes. I'm like a loud person. I can laugh, you know. Like I'll bring energy and like maybe like some fresh mind sometimes. Like just some random stuff that maybe think outside the box. Just some weird stuff.
So, like you said, you have players on your team that are very energetic, right? Some others more calm, bring you down to earth. Uh, do you think, like, that to achieve success, especially in the long term, you need to have a great team environment?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think people underestimate how important it is to have a good environment because it's kind of the same like when you're going to school and it's like super boring. You hate your teacher, you hate your
Yeah.
classmates. Like you're not really gonna learn. But when you're having so much fun, the teacher's nice, the people are nice, and like you're just enjoying being there. Like obviously you're the way the speed you're learning and growing as a person also as a player it just goes up like a crazy amount. Like I feel like good work and environment. You don't have to be best with your teammates. I'm not saying that, but you definitely like you should be good on a personal level and don't have any bad blood or weird vibes with them because that'll make it like 10 times harder. I feel like.
And how do you evaluate your campaign right now in the split?
Sorry.
How do you evaluate like your campaign in this VRL split in the stage two?
Uh, I would say it was good. Bit of a disappointment against Wave, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, what happened there was just like I think just a flop from everyone. Kind of, we were also disappointed. We were like, how can we even lose this?
Mhm.
And we kind of got really tilted. Well, really tilted is a big word, but we kind of got annoyed into
Yeah.
second game because I don't know if you watched the game, but the split game ended on a defuse we didn't hear. Like we did not get defuse. We had like Simon ready with the nade and like ready to pick off it, and we're like, it's defused. But like we lost the game, so we're like kind of confused. So like, how's that possible? So we kind of got upset with that. Um, and second game, it just didn't go our way. I personally didn't play well. I wasn't really adapting. Um, so after that game, obviously we did a role switch to make sure, like personally for me, I get like a fresh agent. I have to
Hmm.
work my brain, no autopilot anymore. I just have to wake up. I think that did well for us. And next to that, obviously, not disappointed, not super excited, not super ecstatic because I felt like we could have won more. We gave away some rounds, way too many rounds to some teams. Um, but yeah, compared to next season, obviously this is a really good season for us. But also with these new players, it's not a surprise, obviously. So I would say I'm okay with it. Could be better, but happy to be there.
So obviously, like you said, I talked with Enrico, and he obviously wasn't happy with last season, right? And his goal for this season was to win it all, right? You guys finished second, but you defeated Mouse. You were one draw away for the first place, right? And you still have the playoffs. So do you think like this split is going to be the split you guys are going to make it all the way and get the trophy, hopefully?
I mean, why play if you don't think you're gonna win?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like we're all here to win. We're all here to be like we're just gonna. Doesn't matter like what seed we're going in or whatever. Like we're just going in. We're gonna win. Like it's just gotta see how long it takes. Like we're all confident. We kind of built this team. Dsyre kind of built this team with the set mind of going to the VRL, the EMEA finals,
Mm-hmm.
um, which you qualify through getting first in your respective league like that. Um, so yeah, we kind of like set our minds on that already. So it's not really like oh we really want to win this dag because like we're like kind of like oh we already like we know like we got this like we're confident we're focusing on like we're gonna make that we are made this team is made to win or play in that
Mm-hmm.
and dag we got this like obviously like the teams are good like I respect them a lot um like Miles retired at Ovation um but yeah I feel like we could definitely win this.
Like, what are some of the things you think you guys need to improve as a team in order to go all the way, like you said, to the VRL finals?
Um, For me personally, I feel like I have to get a bit more knowledge of the game,
Mm-hmm.
some experience. I notice sometimes I'm getting a bit nervous and not playing like I'm supposed to be playing, like I do on prac. Like there's a big difference in me playing in prac and officials.
Right.
Um, so for me, that personally, I wouldn't say that I know about the others because like it's kind of like a personal thing. Yeah, like I'm kind of really focused on myself right now with the coach, obviously. Since I've got some mistakes I have to iron out. So I wouldn't really say I know about the others, but for me, definitely it's just some more knowledge, some experience, like my responsiveness, my reactions to the game. It's kind of like understanding what the step two of the step three of the plan is, and
Mm-hmm.
like communicating that. Because sometimes I know what I'm doing, but I'm not communicating it, and I have like a step one, but I'm not knowing the step two and three, or like I know it, but I don't communicate to my teammates.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of assume they know, but then they do something opposite. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I'm doing this, but I didn't communicate it. So for me, it's just pretty like, yeah, just like growing as a player a bit more, like some experience, some knowledge, and some communication. I would say from my side.
And like, how would you describe like Desire playstyle right now?
I feel like we're kind of versatile, really, because we're not super theoretical. Like we don't have like a big stat book. We have like a few set rounds to make people call off guard. Like we have some stuff prepared, obviously,
Right.
but it's not like we have like okay, like we have 1 to 4 we do this and 4 to 8 we do this. If they do this, we do this. Like
Right.
we're not really like that. Like I think we're relying a lot on David P's calling, and we trust him in being like responsive and adapting because that's what he's really good at, and I think that's where he shines in. So we don't
Mm-hmm.
really want to take that away from him because that's what he's good at. So why would we, you know? So I feel like we kind of could be doing anything really. Like he can call like really like he can call fast rounds or like really passive. So I feel like we're kind of like all around a bit. We can play really passive. We can play really aggressive. We can play a default for a minute. We can exec in 5 seconds. Like we've done it already in practice, so I don't feel like there's anything really that we don't do.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously I don't know all the places we did in officials since you're playing in it, and I'm just used to just doing anything what's being called really. So I don't like put my mind to it. Oh, we're like super aggressive team or super passive because I just do what's being called. So yeah, I feel that we're kind of like all around. We can do pretty much anything really. What's being asked of us, as long as we're being communicated well in the team, we'll kind of just do anything.
So, like you said, you guys are a more adaptive and all-around team, right? For you as a player, like, is it harder for you to play like against more structured teams or teams that like adapt more on the fly?
Um, I mean, I definitely feel like I'm playing better against teams who know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I noticed a difference against like more like lower tier teams who are not full time and like don't just like want to kill like individual fights and like I get caught up by stuff and I'm like what are you doing? Like how why are you here? Um, so I feel like I play better against like more structured teams, like more all around teams.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's mostly like how I'm feeling also like I can play against any team really if I'm feeling confident, feeling good. Sometimes you have to be a bit more adaptive because I feel like when I'm playing against a team that constantly adapts and like is really good at adapting, I sometimes lack the ability to adapt quick. So they'll like adapt and I'm like a bit behind and I'm like, oh, like they're doing this on my side now, like fuck, like this is my bad. Like I have to adapt. I have to understand what I'm supposed to be doing. Because like my stuff that I was doing 2 rounds doesn't work. I have to think of something new. So I think sometimes when I'm an official and I've got a bit of stress and I'm a bit of like in my own head, I think I like on the quick adaptation. But like I said, like I literally have David P or Maru because Maru has most experience in the roles I'm playing right now. Like he'll tell something to me, like I'll just be like, I can't full side, I don't know what I'm doing, and he'll just be like, do this, like try this, like just change it up, change the pace, like wake up, go stop going autopilot, like be
Right.
more aware, like look more map maybe, like do something, you know.
And is there a team like you are really looking forward to facing against in these playoffs?
Um, I really love playing mouse. I don't know what it is. I just like I've met Alorante the rest of the media today, and there's just something about the kill feed, like whether I kill them or they kill me, like just seeing Alorante, Resident, Lazo, obviously, it's like it's just super fun to play against them. Like I don't know what it is, but when I play against them, there's like this different vibe to it. It's not like an Angry Titans or an Ovation game. Also, I love playing Ovation. Like Jordan's one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I love playing against him. Um, but yeah, just the mouse game just have a different feeling. Even last season, like the mouse game was just something else for me personally.
And like, what are the teams or maybe players that you take inspiration from? Do you have like a singular team or a particular player that you look at and you say, okay, I want to be like this, or I want to play at like this at this level?
So I would say on a lower, like I have multiple people, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So when like I think like a year ago when Alorante got announced by Heretics and stuff, that's why I love playing against him. Like I was kind of like a Heretics, I mean like a Alorante fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously like he was this crisp guy, he was this guy like he was the guy like coming out of
Yeah.
nowhere, like playing with some other teams and this and that. I played against, like I played with him. We trialed for the old Angry Titans roster together. Um, back when they signed the Overwatch roster. That's where him and me both obviously got the night, else we would be there. So on a lower tier, I would say I was looking up to Alejandro for quite a while. Um, on a higher tier, I really love seeing Mako play. Like the way he just maneuvers around his util and he's still super crisp and super consistent. I really love seeing him play. And there's one player I just love. It's just Scream. I'm really basic. Just one taps. I love Scream, his personality, his attitude, his playstyle, his like it's just Scream, you know, like it's amazing. And obviously the Liquid facility being close by kinda makes me a Liquid fanboy also.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I just love seeing Scream play. Like I never really got into CS:GO. I
Mm-hmm.
played it a bit, like when I was younger. Um, but still I watched like the documentaries, like the videos, like the events. Like would always try to find like the Liquid vlogs, you know, like the those are amazing. And then obviously it didn't have Scream then, but I don't know. It just has something to Liquid. Like Scream's playing for Liquid. I'll watch like the CS:GO Liquid vlogs because I kind of like CS:GO and it's still Liquid that Scream's play for, and
Right.
also in Valorant. And I don't know. I think Scream is my biggest inspiration because like the way he's always been like this super happy on the camera and has had some stuff, in CS:GO not working out for him and still coming into Valorant and
Hmm.
yeah, dominating essentially. Um, I don't know. I just really respect the guy and just find him an amazing player.
And like for you, in your opinion, like obviously you work basically two jobs, right? Full time as a lawyer and as a professional player. What are some of like the main difficulties you think like a team faces throughout the VRL split, even though it's only a month or a month and a half, right? Um, in your opinion, what are like some of the difficulties you can face as a team?
I feel like maybe some teams will have performance anxiety because I've talked to some other teams. Um, I don't want to name the players, but like teams, for example,
Mm-hmm.
like Ultimate Attacks and some other rosters that didn't qualify, bit in the lower tier of the league. I've talked with some players, and I've definitely heard about like some teammates having severe performance anxiety, being scared to do stuff. Even me sometimes being stressed and like not playing how I'm supposed to be playing.
All right.
Kind of the same for them. So I think difficulties when you're like coming into the split kind of new. It's definitely on a personal level. Performance anxiety, stress, nervousness, especially against when you play against some bigger teams like Mouse, like it's a big name, obviously. Um, but I think maybe as a team, you'll realize what kind of team you are, and maybe you're gonna find difficulties with each other within the game. Because there's gonna be mistakes and some more stress, and there's a lot on the line for some players. So I think among players there might be some bad blood coming, or like some misunderstandings, or
Mm-hmm.
some irritations due to the officials. And obviously, as a team, you gotta learn a lot. You gotta make sure you learn and you learn quick when you're in the DACH league, because when you have a team like Mouse, obviously they're already going to qualify. Everyone knows Mouse is going to qualify. Um, and then people obviously were yelling, "Dsyre is going to qualify," with the names coming in their team. Obviously, that means essentially you got two spots left. That's what
Yeah.
people thought. So out of the six teams left, out of the obviously me, Dsyre, and Mouse qualifying already, saying you got two spots to qualify for. So you kind of have this thought like, oh wait, okay, so Mouse, Dsyre, they're gonna qualify already. We only got two spots. So like you're going with this mentality that you really have to, you only have those two spots you can fight for. Um, and it can be really mentally tough if you're not doing well at the start of the season and you're not getting along well, you're not having the rhythm or the momentum. I think it can be very demotivating because the games stretch out over a long period of time. Like you have
Yeah.
to wait a week for an official, so like it stings a lot longer. Also, especially for a wave game, it stung a lot longer than I thought because it was such a long period of time before our next official. So the whole week I was like, oh, I want a new official. I want to prove myself. I want to show we do it right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to live with the idea of the last official. So I think that's definitely also part of it.
And like when I talked with Enrique, we said like the best of two format, like you guys have in the Dutch league, it's not the worst, but it's also not ideal. Obviously, you prefer the best of three format. Do you also prefer the best of three format, and would you like to see like the best of three format maybe in the next split of that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously looking at the Vera France, I think they have the best of ones. I think, or it's the Spain one. They have
It's
the best of one.
Spain one has best of ones, yeah.
Yeah, man, I feel so bad for them. I don't get best of ones. It's like you practice all this time, you get a game like, and maybe the video goes wrong, or you're just playing a map, you're not feeling it. It's one game. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like just playing one game is the most unethical, unsportsmanlike, most unproving way to show
Yeah,
what you are as a team. I feel like it's I don't want to say a waste of time, but I feel like it's so unfair. It doesn't
yeah.
make sense to me. I feel like in a best of two, definitely you can show a lot more, but the best of threes are obviously where you shine. You get three maps. It's a longer period of time. I feel like best of threes are the best way to show what you are as a team. What you can and cannot handle, the hours, the fatigue, maybe the mental, the understanding of the game, and the maps you pract. Definitely, I feel like this best of ones is just not fair in my opinion. Best of twos is okay. I'm not going to complain if there's best of ones. I'm not going to complain about best of twos.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone will obviously like best of threes, I would say, because it's just the best way to show what you are as a player and as a team.
Do you also think like teams that play best of threes are more prepared when like it comes playoff times and you have to play a best of three or even a best of five in the finals than like teams like, let's say, the Spanish champion or the French champion, like you said, that are only playing best of ones and then come into the playoffs and have to play best of threes or a best of five.
I feel like definitely having to be playing best of threes instead of playing best of ones is a different feeling. Obviously, I think some people can underestimate the feeling of a best of one and a best of three.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe, like, yeah, the best of one, in a bad game, you lost, okay, it's over. But, sometimes you go, when a best of, for example, you lose first map, you go into second, like, your mental might be a bit down, maybe you're
Yeah.
fatiguing a little bit because you were, like, super stressed last game, and, like, you win second map, okay, and, like, you go into third, like, you have to play another map, like, if there's long maps, you can stretch it out a lot. So I feel like, um, teams who are more used to that and have been doing it for like weeks now definitely have a better feeling of the best of threes than the best of ones. I don't know if it makes such a big difference, but I think it's definitely part of the feeling and like just the attitude towards the match is a bit different.
Mm-hmm. So, Kelvin, what are like the main goals for Desire for the remaining of this year? Obviously, you said one of these winning the Dutch League, right, and getting to the VRR finals. But are like what are the rest of the goals for Desire?
So obviously Dsyre is quite new. They kind of want to make the name also with Valorant.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we want to grow the name. We want to show Dsyre to everyone, and know we're here to play. Um, so yeah, we have the DAG League. We want to win the DAG League. Then we want to play in the finals. We want to do good at that, obviously. Then I think towards October, I think there's Ignition Series.
Yeah.
Not sure. So obviously we want to do well on that. We want to see what we can do on that. Um, and yeah, just seeing what comes through. Maybe there's some small tournaments or something coming along in the period of time where it's kind of like off season. But it's mostly they just want us to be the best team we could possibly be, just improve, um, show the world desire, and just be the best team possible.
And like for you as a player, like what are your goals for the remaining of this year?
Yeah, so obviously me going full time in about 3 weeks because I'll be quitting. Well, I'll be ending my school.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be finished it, so I have my diploma. So obviously there's a lot of weight and stress off me. So me personally, I want to be able to learn more quicker. I want to be able to improve myself as a player. Now, obviously, that I've done way more free time, I personally want to work on myself more and see what I can do for myself that I can bring more to the team. I can say some cringe stuff like I'm gonna be the best, but yeah, I mean, obviously, everyone wants to be the best. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just be working towards it. Like, I'll just be putting in more time and effort into myself um, to make sure I can be the best player for my team.
And is there anything else you want to say to the Desire fans or to your own fans?
I mean, just support us, make some fun with us, just have a laugh, and hopefully see us in the MA finals.
Calvin, thank you a lot for going to do this interview. It was a pleasure talking to you. I had a lot of fun. I hope you also had a lot of fun and enjoyed the
Yeah,
interview.
thank you.
And
Yes, definitely.
I wish you the best in the DAC playoffs. And hopefully I hope you guys win the DAC league and even reach the VRF finals. And I hope I can talk with you again in the near future.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely.